So I'm starting the recording right now. Welcome to our Sunday night training. We're going to be going over coffee appointment how-tos, and this is the second week of our sponsoring training. Last week, Deanna covered sponsoring at presentations, and now it's coffee appointments. For those of you who don't know me, it says Deanna Heron under my name. I just logged in for her tonight. She wasn't able to join us. For those of you who don't know, her mother's viewing service is tonight. Her mother passed away this past week. So I got a text from her earlier saying that this is the beginning of the hard times for her. So we'll definitely keep Deanna in our prayers, and we will continue marching on as her army and doing our work while she's gone. So I've prepared a very simple training for you on coffee appointment how-tos, and I have 8 points that you can follow. I don't know where you guys are as far as your journey with coffee appointments or sponsoring in general. If you like doing coffee appointments, if they make you nervous, if you have any questions about them, or even if you found wild success with them, this is just a basic outline to follow when it comes to meeting with someone one-on-one to share the opportunity. So 8 points. I'm going to go ahead and get started at number 1. The very first thing you have to do when it comes to coffee appointments is you have to ask. So number 1 is ask. You have to call or in person ask your prospect if they would be willing to visit with you about what you're doing right now. So mention that you think they would be great at it. I thought of you because you're so outgoing and you're so friendly. I love hanging out with you, and I think you would be so good at this. And if it's not a fit, no big deal, but I promise it'll be worth the free coffee. What do you say? Tell them it'll just be 30 minutes, just a quick cup of coffee, and that no hassle approach will get you a lot more yeses and sure, why not? So number 1 is ask. Number 2, you want to prepare. Make sure that you have your sponsoring bag with you. If you don't know what goes in a sponsoring bag, you can check out Deanna's website, theamazingbiz.com, and there's a picture that shows everything you put in there and even the documents that you need to include. So I would also bring a catalog, a current catalog, a client profile card, and a pen, because you're going to have them fill that out for you. You've got to bring the coffee appointment outline, obviously, and your calendar with available dates, because you never know, you might be booking an event that day. You could be booking a launch party, you could be booking a presentation, or a referral for another coffee appointment. So bring your calendar. Also, it's very important that you know the coffee appointment outline beforehand. So I have read that outline hundreds of times, like so many times, but I still read it before the appointment just to remind myself of what I'm going to share and to prepare myself, because it's just so easy to follow, and if you know what's coming next, the flow will be really natural for you. Number 3, engage. The first 5 to 10 minutes when you meet with someone for coffee, you walk in first. Typically, I would walk in first. I'd be there 15 minutes early to make sure everything is set up and I'm ready to go and I can read through my outline, and then I want them to walk in after me. That first 5 to 10 minutes, you're just going to be getting to know them. You're going to be doing the form part of a presentation. So ask them about their family, their friends, what they do for a living, for work, what they do for fun, everything that they love. And the best part about this is where you can find places to connect to them and relate to them. So, for example, I have 2 small children. So when I meet with people who have older children, I'll usually ask for a little bit of advice. I've got 2 little ones right now. Can you tell me what it's like when they're about to start pre-K? And that helps me connect to them. The reason why you want to connect, by the way, is I can tell you from personal experience, when Deanna first tried to talk to me about Arbonne as a business, I could not imagine myself in her shoes at all. I didn't think that I would be good at this. Our lives are so different. But that connection, getting to know someone, they can picture themselves in your shoes. So once you actually offer the opportunity, then they start thinking, well, she went through the same thing as me, so maybe I could do this too. You're just giving them a little taste of what it would be like. So number 4 You're going to tell the Arbonne difference. And I want to highlight this because people ask me all the time, I talked to someone about the business, but then they signed up with a different network marketing company. What's wrong? What happened? And I'm telling you right now, if someone doesn't know the difference between Arbonne and all of those other companies out there, they're not going to get it. The fact that Arbonne is so on top of everything trending and ahead of the game, like they're trending on things that are going to be trending 20 years from now. Like we know that Arbonne has top of the line best stuff out there, and our standards are ridiculously high compared to other companies. We know that, so other people don't. And when it comes to that difference, it's very important that people know. I'm so sorry, I'm getting distracted. Evan, honey, I need you to go find Daddy. I'm working, okay? Go find Daddy. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you want to make sure that they hear that difference. So the first part of your presentation is covering the Arbonne philosophy, pure, safe, and beneficial, and the products. And for most people, women specifically, this is what sets our company apart from every other opportunity. It's not just selling products, it's truly selling the best in the world at an affordable price. I don't know how many of you can relate to this, but when I share how many chemicals or ingredients we leave out of our products because of the European Cosmetic Directive, I mean, every single time I get a reaction from the person I'm sharing it with. Like, it blows their mind that the FDA is not more strict. But at the same time, it doesn't blow their mind. It doesn't surprise them. But once they hear that difference, it sets Arbonne apart from everyone else. Number 5, share the Arbonne opportunity. So the second half of your presentation will cover network marketing and what we do in Arbonne, in our company. So ask your prospects, this is what I do. I have them flip their client profile card over and write the income averages on the back, just like I would at a group presentation. But this is even better because I get to do this one-on-one with them. It's very belly to belly. So if they don't want to circle the largest number as the number that they're worth, then I get to actually have a conversation with that. So, tell me what you do for a living and why is it only $3,500 and not $23,000 a month that you're worth? So that opens up a brand new dialogue so you can get to know how they feel about themselves. So a little bit more form there. So this can be a conversation. When you start talking about the reasons why people start up in network marketing, by the way, because they want more time, because they want more money, I like to ask them, are you looking for any of those things? Like, would you like to retire whenever you want and not have to work until you're like 70, 75 years old? Would you love to have a savings account that will last you through the rest of your life and then your children's lives too? I mean, I like to ask them, like, do you see that for you? So they can start getting a mental image of what that would look like for them. Number 6, offer the opportunity. So this is where we get to the close, and the close is extremely important in every presentation. This is where you have them circle 1, 2, or 3. So you obviously will describe, if you circle a 1, then you're just interested in product, and you go through all of that with them. But when I get to 3, I like to say, look, I want you on my team. I know you would be great at this, and I will show you what to do, and I will be right there with you step by step, showing you how to make this work. And if you're ready to take a leap of faith, go ahead and circle a 3, and let's do this. If they're not ready, that's okay, but we're going to get to the next part. I like to, when I offer the opportunity, I actually offer it. I ask them to join me and tell them I want you. I don't know about you. I was a high school athlete that was being recruited for collegiate volleyball, and I love that idea of people recruiting me, like asking me to come and play for them. People like being recruited, whether you think that they do or not. That's like a compliment to them, so pay the compliment. Number 7, respond with activity. So whatever they circle, 1, 2, or 3, you are going to send them home with your sponsoring bag. If they circle a 1, then you would say something like, I'm so excited for you to try out our amazing products. You are going to love them. And you send them home with a bag of products, even though they're just a 1. If they circle a 2, you say, what we do for anyone who's on the fence and who wants more information is we'll have a group presentation for you and your family and friends, so you can see what it is exactly that we do. And if you love it, then it would be a great start to your business. And if it's not for you, that's fine, but we can give you a great hostess discount and you can get some of these products that you love for a big discount. If they circle a 3, you'll want to sign them up immediately, and you still let them take that bag. The very first thing Deanna did when I signed up under her, I had never tried the products before, is she went through her closet and put a whole big bag of stuff together for me to take home so I could start using it before my products came in, because I had never tried anything at all, and I was supposed to start selling it like that day. So go ahead and let them take your bag so that they can try the products, and in about a week their stuff will come in and they can give it back. Number 8, last one, is follow up. So when you hand out your sponsoring bag, you need to schedule a time to pick it up within 3 to 5 days. And when you pick it up, you are actually going to follow up with the next step. You are either going to take their order and say, what did you love? What can I get you started on? I've got some great discounts going on right now. Tell me what we can do for you. You can take their order, and then you can also book a presentation. I know you love this stuff. Do you know 3 to 5 more people who would love this stuff that I could share it with? I'm so passionate about building my business. I would love to share this with your family and friends too. Or you could sign them up as a business partner when you're following up. Maybe they circled a 2, and after trying the products, you know how, especially women, you know how we are, you love it, and you're like, I think I'm going to do this because I want the big discount and I can totally be behind these products. I'm ready to go. So whatever they're ready to do, if they're not interested in any of those things, they're not ready to buy, they're not ready to book, they're not ready to be sponsored, then you would ask, do you know anyone who is looking for something like this? I get that it's not for you. That's totally fine. But I need to meet new people, and I'm growing. So who do you know that you could connect me to? And maybe we could go have coffee with them. And you just go from there. So every prospect you talk to at a coffee appointment can turn into activity for you if you allow it. The important thing is the right mindset, definitely being prepared and knowing what you're going to say, what you're going to bring, and what you're going to do, and making sure that you do that close like you're supposed to. The biggest tragedy is if someone circles a 2, they really want more information, and then we don't follow up. We expect them to call us, or we just think we'll send them a link to the YouTube video and that'll be it. Schedule a time to follow up. Give them that bag so that they need to follow up with you. Full-size products, they'll use it. They'll be excited about that, especially if you give it to them that day when they're still excited. They'll go ahead and start using it. So those are my 8 points for coffee appointment how-tos. I'm going to unmute everybody right now, and if you guys have any questions or any comments or anything to add, please feel free to do so. So I'm going down the list and unmuting you. And you guys can unmute yourselves too, I believe.
Thanks, Natalie. That was good.
Oh, well, thank you. Like, I think we're all unmuted now. Some of you still are. You may be muting yourselves, but are there any questions? All right, so we're all good? All right, everyone, let's keep Deanna in our prayers tonight. The funeral service is tomorrow morning at 10:30, and I know that they have a lot of stuff coming up. They just moved Carly into Oklahoma State also, so this has been a busy time. But thank you so much for joining in. It's been an honor to get to share with you tonight. And if you guys want to message me on Facebook, or if you have any questions at all, please feel free to do so. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. See y'all later.
Thank you.
Bye.